Let's take a look at SanDisk Corporation. The ticker symbol is SNDK. The company has seen improvements. The stock has had a massive rally, largely based on sort of the AI narrative that we're seeing in most things that are popping very sharply. Before we look at the stock price and kind of see what there might be to do at this juncture, let's just have a real quick peek at sort of the more fundamental picture, which, as I think you guys know, is typically more of a longer term picture, but just so you kind of can see, we certainly have seen the top line improve. So there's about a 22% year over year from a quarter on the latest quarter, a top line growth. We have seen essentially the margins expand, and so even the net income, so the profitability has gotten up. So this is good news, but it's probably a far shot from where the fundamentals don't match up with what the price has done. If you look at the market capitalization down here, it's gone from about 7 billion to 30 billion. That's obviously because of the stock price. So let's have a look at that real quick so you can kind of see what that looks like. So on a year-to-date basis, this stock is up 654%. I should probably move the picture a little bit, 654%. Now, the question, of course, is what do we do with a stock like this? Well, there's really two ways of looking at it. Either we chase it, meaning we kind of chase it in the hopes that it goes higher, or we try to fade it, or I guess thirdly, we do nothing. So here is sort of all three different ways of looking at them. So this is just the absolute chart. You can see the stock, again, massive rally. Let's look at the lens of momentum first. So we like to look at this using our TST Trender momentum indicator. And again, the stock's had such a big run that the charts are kind of scrunched together. So I'm going to show it to you on a logarithmic chart. So momentum is a very powerful factor. We're using our TST Trender momentum indicator. Again, we received a momentum buy signal back in August. The stock is now up, as of the time of this recording, 475, 480%, whatever, rounding error at that point, percent. So from that perspective, the argument would be that to continue to play the stock higher. Now, even within the momentum band that the stock has had, it's now, if you just keep it very simple, it's now essentially reached the very upper end of its range, and so at the very least, we would expect at some point for it to come down to the lower end of that range. But from a momentum perspective, the stock remains in trend, intact, trending, or really momentum pushing higher, but even there, it's likely overbought. From a fading it perspective, right? So if I were to say, okay, I think the stock's overbought, it's going to mean revert. Remember, we live in a day and age of momentum. So these are algorithms, machines that have a lot of money behind them, and trying to fade or go against this kind of a stock tends to be a pretty dangerous game until we get some sort of a reversal, an exhaustion price action day or week where we can then do something to the extent of, maybe in a bear call options credit spread, that kind of thing. So really for me, it's option 3 at this point, which I think is let's just kind of wait and see a little bit. Again, the momentum is just it's at the extreme of even its already extreme move. It does not mean it can't go higher, right? That's why I don't want to short it either. I think what we need to see is, at the very least, from a momentum perspective, for the stock to get back to the lower end of its band here, which is, again, using our TST Trender momentum indicator, and then see if I can buy it. Otherwise, if I want to short it or do a bear call against it or something like that, I really need to see a meaningful exhaustion pattern. We use something called the Vertical X Pro indicator for that, which gives us an extreme overbought or oversold reading. But I think, for me right now, it's option 3. Again, the stock's had a huge run. Our momentum indicator has absolutely nailed that, as you can see here. So I think at this point, it's really more of a wait and see. Let's give the stock a little bit of time to decide where it wants to go next. And then hopefully we have a better probability setup to sink our teeth into. Hope it helps. We'll see you in the next video. If this video helped you, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, you give us a thumbs up like, and if you want to see this approach in action, you will want to join us in our Set the Market morning call, which happens at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday through Thursday. Make sure you join us for that in the link down below. Again, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.